Hey, what's up? My name is William Koshnik for your Monday Night Raw review of May 25th, 2015, and it was a good show, so I'm just going to play my intro and hope you guys enjoy. That's my intro. If you guys can't tell, it's the dubstep remix of the Yu-Gi-Oh theme. Big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. So let's get into the plot of things. So first, I just have a few things to say. Happy Memorial Day. Respect all the veterans out there. Happy birthday, Bo. Happy birthday, Roman. Happy birthday, Del Rio. I think it's his birthday today. But happy birthday, Bo and Roman. So, we start off tonight with the Authority, basically just talking about Dean and Sunday, which is just going to be an interesting match. Sorry if I'm kind of. It's hot in my room. So Seth talks about how he doesn't deserve a title shot because he's Dean and he just jumped the line. So Triple H, you should fire him or take it away. Your decision. Well, which led to an interesting, well, verbal, not real yet. So he's still got to sign the contract. Not official yet. So we get the usual. Yep, he has to sign first, but this was kind of interesting tonight. Dean came out and he was talking about how, oh yeah, I can't sleep lately, so I don't count sheep. I count punching you in the face. In the face. And he's talking like about how, oh yeah, if I'm champ, I'm gonna change this and that. I'm gonna use my imagination. And Rollins kind of gets upset because, as always, like we've been calling him, he is the Justin Bieber of the wrestling universe. Well, Seth is kind of like, that's supposed to be offensive. I mean, Justin Bieber is pretty famous, so it's not offensive at all. I mean, he beats the girls off with a stick. He basically still gets the girls, so I don't see where the offensive is. But you, on the other hand, you're just a cockroach, and you're just gonna be a loser for the rest of your life, game. Which is kind of off track because really this whole main night was just about getting Dean to sign the contract for Elimination Chamber 6 days away, which I'm excited for. The hype is interesting. So they get him to come down to the ring to sign the contract, but it's a little hard to sign things when I can't get in the ring. Mm-hmm. This is to be expected because that's what Roman and the Authority. I'm not Roman. It's what Seth and the Authority do. They're kind of like, yeah, come do this. Get him. So Dean is watching the ring as he's outside ready to go in and fight. And guess who's to come down? Yep, Roman Reigns. And with that, they're both ready. And then Stephanie is like, calm down. It seems like we can't separate you two. So, oh God, I'm so sorry about that. So, it's gonna be a tag match: Dean and Roman versus Kane and Seth. Main event. Actually, right now, Stephanie, you've been in this business for what, 26, 30 years, maybe? You don't know what a main event is. If you're gonna say this is a main event match, save it for the end. But it was something. Like, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the matches tonight, but some of them just wasn't worth it. I don't know. Just tonight's, like, it was a good show. Don't get me wrong, but some of the matches didn't tickle my fancy. So yeah, this was actually one of the decent matches. Like, I understand they're getting ready for um elimination chamber, so obviously you have to make someone look good. Well, Dean and Roman won, and yeah, I kind of figured because I lost my train of thought there for a minute. Dean and Roman won elimination chamber. Um, look good. I don't know, like, you're supposed to make someone look good, so it's supposed to be kind of like reverse psychology. Reverse psychology. So yeah, you look good this week, but you're gonna you lose at the chamber. So this was quite interesting, and they gave Dean until the end of the night to sign the contract. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Entourage was there tonight. Quick, who watches that show? I'm not gonna get into it at all, but yeah, who watches it? I don't know. Next is Rusev versus R-Truth. Well, Rusev wins. There's no point in explaining this match. It was not good at all. It was like maybe a minute to 4 minutes. But the story at the end of it was good. Interesting because um, as we know, Lana and Rudolph are a thing. So that's at least something. So after the match, Rusev spends like maybe before commercial a minute calling her out, saying, "Oh, please, please come out, please, I love you." And then we go to the commercial and we come back, and he's still calling her out. This was a big surprise to me because Rusev's like this big brooding man, and he was just all emotional about it. Well, she does come out because expected, and she's like, "I'm listening." And Rusev goes on this whole rant. Everything I do for us. Please forgive me. When I saw you, it was love at first sight. I need you. I can't live without you, Anna. Please come back. And she forgives him. Here's where things get messed up. You know how people say, yeah, say those 3 words and I'm yours. Just say I love you. He was like, say those 3 words. I was wrong. And this was completely hilarious. Because of what he said, not only did he lose her, but he made me laugh. You can't just make a woman say she was wrong. It's against the bro code. Like, admit you're wrong and move on with it. Well, Lana was like, fuck off. That that was really bad. I was wrong. You were wrong. You said you quit in Belgium. He was like, lies. Lies, 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 lies. You belong to me. I tell you what to do. Don't belong to no one. And then she stormed out, and at the end of the ring, at the edge of the stage, was Dolph Ziggler to meet her. And they kissed again. So I'm pretty interested in where this whole story is going. I assume basically because this is going on that the Sheamus and Dolph thing is gonna end soon, and then it's gonna be Dolph and Rusev fighting, but they're not gonna win the title at Elimination Chamber. I have a feeling that either Sheamus, Barrett, or Neville are gonna win. Dolph was in that list, but since this whole Lana thing is going on, I don't see it at this moment. But hey, we'll find out. Anything could happen. So this is where things got interesting. I didn't mention it before, but so Dean was in a whole attack thing with J&J where he knocked out the cameraman, and we don't know why. It'll be all brought up later on. So after commercials and the whole Dolph storyline, Dean got arrested. This isn't the first time anybody got arrested. I mean, during the Attitude Era, Stone Cold got arrested quite a lot. So since he got arrested, I'm kind of base this off of him and say that yeah, by the end of the night, Dean is gonna be out and he's gonna be gonna sign the contract. It's a no-brainer. So yeah, the cameraman pressed charges, but he tried to say, yeah, I felt a little tap. Well, they didn't want anything to hear about it. They were just like, arrest him now, please do it now. No match, ain't having it. Well, Dean got arrested, and yet again, at the end of the night, if he doesn't show up, no match, Elimination Chamber. I'm sorry. Well, on to another kind of pointless match, I guess. Bad News Barrett versus Ryback. Ryback wins, but I don't understand why he's not out on injury. Your ribs are broken. You don't need to fight. You should be out. You're going to probably die. Your ribs can break even more. But yet he's still fighting. Well, Ryback wins yet again. So, another backstage moment with the Entourage guys. No way Dean can be back. Blah, 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 blah. More story progress. Not really. Stardust versus Neville. This was an okay match. I'm not going to say it was a good match. It was okay. You got Stardust, one of my favorites, versus Neville, another one of my favorites. And yeah, so we found out that Bo versus Neville at Elimination Chamber. If we wanted to see these two go at it again, we could just watch NXT back in the day. Not back in the day, but back when they both were on. I assume it's going to be good, though, I guess. So Neville wins with the, if I didn't mention before, happy birthday, Bo Dallas, with the red arrow. And Bo comes out actually halfway through the match, and he circles around the ring with that smile, and he just watches. I assumed something was gonna happen. Like, I kind of expected it because you don't just walk out and smile about it the whole time. So after Neville wins, Bo congratulates him and says, "Hey, all you gotta do is just stand up." And then he kicks him in the knee and attacks him. This one's hard to call, I guess. Yeah, Dolph versus Sheamus. This was a decent. I was feeling this match because the Dolph and Sheamus thing. Well, about a quarter of the way through the match before commercials, Lana watches from afar. So obviously, it's expected that Rusev is going to come out and do something. But with Lana watching, Dolph is kind of getting that extra stamina, extra momentum. Well, Dolph and Sheamus back and forth, and then, as expected, Rusev comes out, and Dolph kicks him, turns around, walks into a board kick. Saw that one coming. Well, Sheamus wins and kinda is like, go get him, Tiger. And Rusev puts him in. Yeah, well, Dolph puts up a little bit of a fight. It wasn't just completely destroy me because that's what you do. He put up some of a fight, and then he puts him in the accolade for a good minute, gets off, and then he looks at Lana, try kissing him now. And then he walks away. Rusev is like a child. He is like a teenage boy. It is kind of ridiculous, but it's entertaining. I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm not really I'm interested to a point because it's just a love story, and we've had many of those in the past. But what's a good what am I trying to say? What is a drama without a love story? So it has to be thrown in there. Well, the Open Challenge. These have been good matches. Actually, they technically kind of steal the show every week, especially last week with Owens. That was a big one. And then at NXT TakeOver, when he came out with Cena's shirt, I wasn't expecting that. So, the usual, I have to come out and speak my part. But what I found really interesting was that Cena looked kind of mad when he came out. He looked at the audience, he looked at the camera and was like, well, the remix is still doing pretty good. And if you don't know what the remix is, it's basically his song with the John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks in that monotone voice. I do so sorry. So yeah, on one side, let's go Cena. The other, John Cena sucks. For the people who said let's go Cena, I just want to say thank you. We've been around forever. We formed a bond. And for those who say John Cena sucks, well, you all say that because you expect one man is going to take me down. And you think that one man is going to be Kevin Owens because what he did last week, how he took his best friend Sami Zayn down. What was a fantastic match. Getting it, I'm sorry. And that Elimination Chamber, you guys have the opportunity to say, fight Owens, fight. Well, it's you might also want to chant "Win Owens win." Well, he sounded like a preacher. Like, dude, go to church. You'll fit in as a preacher. That's what you should do after you retire. Become a preacher at a church. Christian, fuck. I'm so yeah. He was like, yeah, well, place to be, person to be. You want some? Come get some. Entourage men come out and introduce Zack Ryder. No, I found this kind of interesting because they're friends, but at the same time, I don't really see Ryder going anywhere. But it was still pretty deep. Like Ryder got some hits in, able to do his finisher a few times. So, but yeah, Cena wins like always, and then they do the typical good match, raise everyone's hands. Hmm. So, yep. But guess who was there? Yep, Kevin Owens was there to attack Cena again, and yet again he stepped on the title. That pop-up powerbomb is just amazing. I can see that getting hit on Cena like quite a few times Sunday. Yet Cena's gonna just himself out of it like he always does. Sadly. It'd be pretty interesting to see Owens actually come like win, but it's Cena, so he has to bury him. I hope this doesn't mean that he's going to lose his title soon, because if he does, then and they bring him up, it's going to be a bad decision. Like I understand he's doing really good in NXT, but if you bring him up, what are you gonna have him do? Feud with Cena? Everyone feuds with him. Kind of make wait a few months. When it's time to bring him up the right way. Like with what you're doing with Neville, immediately in a story. So interesting. But if you're just gonna bring him up to have him buried by Cena for like 2 months, okay, what next? Like you're really lucky that you were able to do the whole Rusev versus Dolph thing, but okay, what next? Who could you possibly have to fight Rusev after Dolph is done? It's kind of pathetic. Leave him at NXT, and when it's his time, bring him up. Other than that, I don't leave him there. But it's gonna be. I hope he puts up one hell of a fight at Elimination Chamber. Tamina versus Paige. If you watch my channel, you know that I am, and you've seen Gordon's channel, you know that I am extremely obsessed with Paige. Like, yeah, I got new phones, guys, so you guys can see this. Yep, that's her as my background. Love this one. So obviously, I'm going to pull for her, but we have the Divas champ coming out there, and yeah, Elimination Chamber. Ooh, no, Naomi, Adam left, and a Paige, and Tamina basically puts Paige away. Typical Divas match. Why go through all of this trouble to give Divas a chance if it's gonna still be the same? Like, come on, step up, do something. I put some thought into this, and I don't think there's really anything you can do to really change the diva scene right now. Like, I would say bring some of the NXT divas up, but why? They're not ready. Like, even if you do, again with the Owens thing, what are they going to do? Feud with the Bellas? No, they're too strong. Like, Nikki needs to let go of it, do something else. They can't be the whole mainstream divas thing. Let them be. Let them do something else. It's kind of pathetic. And speaking of which, Elimination Chamber, my predictions right now, she has to lose it. She's been champion for too long. Nikki has to lose it to one of them. I guess I'm pulling for either Paige or Naomi at this point. I don't care. Just she has to lose it. Well, the New Day. This whole moment sucked. It's 5 minutes of shame. Yeah, we're the New Day. We don't lose. You don't want to see us lose. We still suck. New Day sucks. Well, talking about how, oh yeah, Elimination Chamber, it's not fair. Yada, yada, yada. You can't do this first time. You can do it. It's what the fans want to see, I guess. I'm interested in seeing it. Well, Kane comes out and is like, well, it is fair. And you know what's even fair? 10 on 3. Yep, this is our own kid. Primetime players, Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, and the Ascension versus the New Day. On paper, this seems interesting. But in the thick of things, about like 3 seconds, I wasn't able to play. I think Kid started off. But yeah, just as soon as he got the first hit, all hell broke loose. Yep, everyone was attacking everyone. Lucha Dragons, everyone was thrown out of the ring, and the Lucha Dragons took out the other tag teams, leaving the New Day on top. I put air quotes on that because while they were doing the mixing it up thing, Cesaro and Cade beat up Xavier Woods. And I guess the Cesaro swing kick thing, which was interesting because I assume that the New Day are going to lose it Sunday. So it's interesting to get them to feel like they got on top, but in reality, Cesaro and Kid got on top. Well, we get the now after commercial what we've all been waiting for. Is Dean gonna show up? Oh, at this point I'm texting my friend in the middle of it, and she is going absolutely crazy because she wants Dean to come back. Like, he's not. She kept acting like he wasn't gonna come back, but I knew he was gonna come back because yet again I'm basing it off the Attitude Era. But yeah, we find out that the whole time when Dean attacked the cameraman in self-defense, it was because Rollins pushed the cameraman into him the whole time. You were expecting. Let me compose. Let me find this. I'm sorry if this is taking up your time. So you were expecting it to be all Dean's fault, but that didn't work out as much as I planned. Wow. So anyways, I was trying to find a clip from JoJo of the main villain Dio going, but it was me, Dio, in English. Because you thought it was Dean the whole time, but it was me, Rollins, haha. I pushed the cameraman into you and got you arrested. So yeah, the authority comes out and they're like, yep, time is taken away. Don't have much longer. Well, I guess Seth is gonna have the night off until Roman comes out and the attacks Seth, but then everyone except for Triple H and Stephanie attacks Roman. This was kind of interesting because clearly you know that something was going to happen the whole time. Like Roman's always going to be there for Dean. They're tight. They're like this. So if Roman or if Dean is not there, Roman's gonna make that time for Dean to come back. So Dean comes back. He drove in that car in the police van as a cop. Pretty funny. So yeah, before I sign, what do? I attack the authority because so he attacked the authority with Roman, and then when that was all said and done, he signed the contract. Now, my expectations, I knew he was gonna come back, but I didn't know he was gonna come back like that. I thought he was just gonna, instead of Roman coming down, I thought Dean was gonna come down and actually attack them because I guess since we're not in the Attitude Era, we can't be like Stone Cold again. But hey, it was something. Like if Dean would have come down, he still would have signed, but he would have got his ass kicked anyways. So I'm happy that Roman came down for him first to buy that time because then we wouldn't have gotten him to actually come back the way he did. This was really interesting. So yep, that was my review of Raw for May 25th, 2015. Happy Memorial Day. Happy birthday, Bo and Roman. And I gotta do this. Like, if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't, still comment, like, and subscribe. My friend Oodles, that's noodles without the N, Oodles. He is trying to expand, and I plan on eventually doing stuff with him, collabing. He's interested in it. I'm interested in it. I want to grow this channel out. I don't want to just be doing the same thing. I'm still trying to record Minecraft on my computer. If my computer wasn't a piece of trash right now, I gotta optimize it. Follow me on Twitter at WKOSNICK69. That's WKOSCHNICK69 on Twitter. I hope you had fun watching this as I had fun making it. Watch my videos. I'm obviously going to lose this bet, so watch still, and I'm going to play you out.